So you know the ones where you're listening to a song that you really like and you're like, that's my tune.
That's my tune. Yo, I'm Jojo B and this is That's My Tune, the podcast providing song reviews and interviews. Today I'll be reviewing the song Let Me Love You by DJ Snake and Justin Bieber. So yeah, enjoy the cool, calm vibe. And remember, if you're listening via YouTube, the link of the song is in the description box so you won't miss out. I'll be right back after this. Let Me Love You by DJ Snake and featuring Justin Bieber. To be honest, I always see it as a Justin Bieber track. But that's just by the way. It's a mid-tempo tropical house / EDM type vibe. I'm still trying to work out what tropical house is, but again, that's another by the way. So I'm going to get right into reviewing the song and a few things I've observed. You know how I do in my lovely ears and what I pick up, you know? So let's get cracking. Right, so in the first verse, I'm going to deal with the vocals first. So in the first verse, you have Justin Bieber and he's, singing la da 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 da, right? And just some light ad-libs here and there. The pre-chorus is just, he's singing the pre-chorus with the higher and lower octave. So nice and simple, everything's blessed. When you get to the second verse, Justin Bieber is now singing in pretty much falsetto. So and then there are a few more ad-libs here and there. Couple of BVs and harmony. So, they're bringing more flavor into the mix now. When you get into the pre-chorus, there are now some additional backing vocals in 3-part harmony. So, for example, Never Let You Go, Never Let Me Down. That's in 3-part harmony. Ride, Knife, Never Let You Go. So all those parts are highlighted in 3-part harmony as Justin Bieber is singing. So you see nice dynamics between the first verse, the second verse, the first pre-chorus, the second pre-chorus. I love stuff like that. With the chorus itself, there's no vocal. So it's just the music, which is it creates a nice space so people can just chill with their I strongly believe, don't quote me on this, I tried to find it, but I strongly believe Melodyne was used as a software that manipulates vocals. Is quite a popular software. It's been used for other songs such as Turn Down for What and Major Lasers. Oh, the songs just escaped me. Lean On. Yeah, that's the song, Lean On. So during that time was a very popular software to use. Still being used now, but yeah. So as I was saying, yeah, the chorus is just mainly instrumental. There are a few ad-libs that are hidden here and there, but it's just a nice break in the song, where people can just chill, maybe have a little dance if they're out, just a little two-step, do you know what I mean? So again, creates a nice dynamic, a nice contrast. Yeah, cool. A little bit of a weird side note, if you like. Whenever I listen to this song, it brings a few colors to mind. So colors such as orange, pink, yellow, and sometimes makes me think of tropical juice. I don't know why. There's this neurological condition called chromesthesia. Chromesthesia. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is how it's spelled. CHROMESTHESIA. So it's a neurological condition where it's basically a sound to color experience. So there are people like myself where when they're listening to music or when they hear certain sounds, it just produces a color like unprovoked, sort of thing. So for me, when I hear certain instruments or when I listen to a song, there are colors that just come to mind for some reason. So that helps me my creative process and stuff like that. There's some people who, when they listen to music, when they hear certain notes, it brings a color. So the note of C is orange, A flat is green, F sharp is red, things like that. I wish I had that kind of ability. That would be so sick. But anyway, but yeah, so when I listen to this song, it brings about certain colors in my mind. More sunset type of colors. I'm not sure why. It's not a bad experience though. I like it. So that's just a side note, by the way. Let's look at lyrics for a small second. Yeah, I just want to touch on one lyric in this Let Me Love You song, because I don't understand it. I don't get it at all. So here's the one that stands out to me. Oh, it's been a hell of a ride. Driving the edge of a knife, never let you go, never let me down. What the hell is driving the edge of a knife? Somebody needs to explain it to me. What were the writers thinking? By the way, shout out to Spotify who have rolled out this really cool feature where when you're listening to a song, you see the lyrics. So you know where it shows the duration of the song. If you scroll down further, you see the lyrics. As the song is going, the words light up. So it's a really cool feature. So if you have Spotify, yeah, check it out. It's quite cool. So yeah, back to this lyric. Oh, it's been a hell of a ride driving the edge of a knife. What is driving the edge of a knife? And it makes no sense to me. Anytime I listen to the song and I hear that line, I'm just like, huh? Oh my gosh. But moving on from that, technically speaking with this song, there's a lot of reverb and delay, different levels of reverbs and delays on the vocals and majority of the instruments. So it kind of gives this illusion of like you're in this really big space. But I like how the sound engineer put it together, because there's a lot of instruments, there are a lot of vocals going on. And even though there are different levels of reverbs and delays, it meshes well together. So you don't feel like it's too much. It's like the experience is great. And then when we get to instrumentals now, I'm not going to break down all the instruments like I usually do, but there's a certain aspect that I kind of observed in terms of the percussion. So like the 4-bar intro, there's no percussion. It's just literally the synth, that the chords that are introduced. And then when the first verse comes in, the kick drum does this pattern where it goes dun, 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 dun. And then there's, just as the pre-chorus is about to come in, there's like a reverse cymbal. Then this perk that goes krah. That's the best way I could do it. I wish I knew the name of that instrument, but it's a percussion that's tend to be used, like, I won't go into all of that, but yeah, I know the sound of it. I just don't know the name of the instrument right now. Then in the pre-chorus, there's some kind of clap or click, and the rhythm, the cadence is very reminiscent of the Diwali rhythm. If you are a fan of dancehall, the Diwali rhythm was like early 2000s. So the clap was in a particular way, and that pattern is very reminiscent in it's in the background, so you would have to, like, your ear would have to catch it. But I hear it, and I wouldn't even be surprised if they maybe have sampled that clap, but it's subtle, but it's there. I hear it. When you get into don't you give up, na 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 la da da da, like, it's just a click to keep the time. Yeah, you can hear my click, you know, kind of like Michael Jackson with his clicks. So you got the click and you got the synth. So there's no kick drum, there's nothing. It's just a click to keep the time. And then the last "Let Me Love You," there's a rest. There's no music, there's no nothing. It just there's that little "Let me love you," and then that perk comes in, and then it goes into the chorus. So I hope I described that okay. But again, these little things create dynamics and contrast to the song. Like, I like the song. It's just a really, really, really good journey. For me, like, technically and musically, I love how it was all put together. So those are a few things that I observed with "Let Me Love You." I think it's a well-crafted song, and for a pop song, it gives us a lot, but it's packaged nicely. That's what I like about it. So I thought, yeah, let me review the song. And speaking of "Let Me Love You," let's come into 2021. Adele has just dropped her album 30, and her rollout has been amazing. And part of the rollout was her doing 2 one-night onlys, one in the UK and one in the US. And I'm going to share 2 very lovely moments from each of those one night onlys, you know, to do love and all of that. So the first one, let me do UK, you know, home. Do you know what I mean? So Adele was asked a question, was there somebody when she was younger who inspired her, was kind to her, that kind of thing? And she said yes, a teacher from her secondary school, Miss McDonald. You know, she loved her, great teacher, and so on and so forth. What Adele didn't know was that Miss McDonald was in the audience. And lo and behold, as Adele was talking, she was kind of like, wait, is Miss McDonald is she in the crowd, like, sort of thing? Miss McDonald stood up and she went on stage and they gave each other a hug, and Adele was telling her teacher, her former teacher rather, like, how thankful she was that she was in life. She was only a teacher for 1 year, but the impact she had on her life, she was extremely grateful. And it is a beautiful moment. It's on ITV. You can catch it on ITV hub, I believe you can catch it if you want to, and the clip is all over online, so you can catch it as well. It's a lovely moment. And then with One Night Only, the CBS version in the US, I don't know how there was a gentleman who wanted to propose to his girlfriend. His name is Quentin. I don't know how he was able to get Adele into it, where like he actually, so what happened was he brought his girlfriend Ashley to the Adele concert. The girl didn't know, she was blindfolded, and that, so like just before he was going to propose, like Adele told the audience like, everybody be quiet, blah blah blah. And then Quentin brought Ashley in front of Adele, and you know, the girl's obviously like, where are we, what we doing, da 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 da. And long story short, he proposed to Ashley in front of Adele, that sort of thing. And it was just an amazing moment. Like, I don't know how he was able to pull it. So Quentin, shout out to you for, I don't know how he pulled it off, but imagine being proposed to at an Adele concert, like one of the biggest stars in our time. Like, that's just nuts. And then on top of that, all these celebrities are watching this moment. Like, that's just amazing. So love is a beautiful thing, and Adele's doing so well. She's dropped her album 30. Go check it out, and it's doing incredibly well. So yeah, I just wanted to put that in as a by the way. So that's my review on Let Me Love You, and a little chat about Adele. So yeah, that's me done for today. Get me? Yeah. So like I always say, if you'd like to know more about the podcast, you certainly can go on linktr.ee/TMT_podcast. You'll find Spotify, YouTube, all the social media. And if you'd like to email, it's that'smytunepodcast@gmail.com. I'll be back with another episode for you to enjoy. Until then, you still have all these other episodes from back in the day to listen to. I give you good content, and quite consistently too. So there you go. Bye-bye.